Man, little action today, guys. Little action. Nothing too major. Player of the game right there is my guy Ronald chiming in. What's good? My guy Dylan on the panel tonight. 3-1 in the building. Man, y'all know what it is. CFO game. Cowboy fans only. Star game. Y'all know what it is. And of course we got the special guest.
I think
we got the special guest. Dylan Wilson, tell the people where they can find you real quick as we get into this thing.
Yeah, what's going on? Find me on Twitter at Dylan88Wilson. I'm gonna be talking that crap all week this week, baby. You already know.
I put that tweet on the fourth quarter. I said, boy, Cowboys Nation is going to be very unbearable this week. And I'm here for it. And I am completely here for the unbearableness that is about to happen. Real quick, let me jump in the chat real quick. Matt Owens in the building. Ronald Rhodes is in the building. Of course, Matt Owens, aka Professor O. Real quick, Professor O joining up. Right? Was it Cowboys Wire? Help me out. Put it up there because I know my guy just got a big push through. Working with KD Drummond, Mike Crum, all them boys
Did,
over there. He'll be
did I
writing
see
now.
correct that he's a sports scientist or something like that?
They call him the professor for a reason. They call him a professor
Man.
for the reason. Oh yeah, it's Victoria. Talk your ish. Oh yeah. I mean, we're gonna talk a lot of ish. Cowboys right there it is, boy. Shout out our guy Matt Owen, part of the Stargate crew every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. Y'all can catch us. And he's gonna be over there at Cowboys Wire as well. Right Gaze in the building. Of course, Victoria tells us to talk that ish. My guy Michael, he was hitting me like, hey, y'all go do a show. I'm like, bro, just give us time. We're setting it up. Hold on. We're coming. Of course, our guy Shane. Boy, Shane always coming through for everybody on the panel for sure. Shout out to my guy Shane. All right, guys, well, let's get into it. Cowboys. Little dip and tuck there, first half, and then a little pull out, and then maybe a little too soft there in the fourth quarter. Neither here nor there, but the Cowboys get out of there with a 36-28 victory. I'm gonna spin it this way first. All right, we're gonna go with just one takeaway. Just one takeaway from this game. We're gonna break down a lot of stuff, obviously, but we're gonna talk about just one of your takeaways that the number one, maybe number one, or just something that shined. You know what I'm saying? In your head. Dylan, you are here. Let's roll out the red carpet for our guy, Dylan. What's the one thing for you, my guy, that okay, with this team today, what happened? What do you think?
Best corner in the league, Trayvon Diggs.
You've been pounding it.
Number one.
You had a particular say because you had me and Tuck on your part. Remember Tuck? And he had what was that saying he had, Tuck? What was that saying? Reality catch up with perception. Is that what it was, Tuck? Something like that?
You got it backwards. You're close.
Perception
to catch up with reality.
Yeah, there we go. We go. Yeah,
people just need to get comfortable saying it. That's all it is. He's the best right now.
Man, the best corner in the league. Boy, Cowboys Nation, I don't know last time we could say something like that.
Man, so many nights I've cried to be able to say that, man. So many nights.
All right, so Dylan back on his bully mode on Diggs, and what happened? Not one but two. And he's counting them out for us, ain't he, guys? I hit him with a give. I was like 5, he needs one more for that Thanos gauntlet, right. And you know it's coming. You know it's coming because that drive where he got the first one. We were at the bar, everything's happening, and as soon as we had scored and they were coming down, I said, boy, I looked at my guy Tito, shout out to my guy Tito who came out to the bar tonight, or today, I should say, and I was like, hey, Diggs about to get interception. But I hedged my bets. I said, Cowboys going to get a turnover this drive right here. I can feel it.
I felt it,
I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Jay Tuck, one takeaway from this game for you.
It's different, man. It's just different. And I want to start off with Mike McCarthy, man, because just to show the fortitude that he has, go for it. Go for it. It is what it is,
Mm-hmm.
And we just never had that type of courage from the Jason Garrett era. So it's a lot different. And I think myself included, a lot of Cowboys fans have to adjust to what we're seeing right now. I know a lot of fans, they were texting like, why are we going for 2? Why are we going for 2? Well, they got a penalty. We're in the 1 yard line. Like, let's go for 2. Like, we'll make it back. And I feel like that's the trust that Mike McCarthy not only has in his team, but this offense specifically. You see the different, mindset when it comes to Dak Prescott. And what we really saw today is everything we've been talking about finally coming together.
That part.
Now, there was a few things we didn't like, but defense finally made adjustments and played lights out. We saw the pressure. We saw the turnovers.
My boy Gregory. My boy Gregory.
We saw the run game. We saw Dak, slinging that thing. Like, we saw it all. And it shows how scary this team can really be. And I think once Carolina got hit in the mouth in the third, they're like, damn, bro, what did we get ourselves into?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, just what's the one, though, Jay? You gave us a lot, Jay. What's the one, though?
It's different. It's just different, man. This team is just different. It's just different.
Good. And Jason, that's a conversation like me, you, Spoon, and Mary kind of had at the game. afterwards on the Eagles, we're kind of like, okay, it's different now, and we're kind of seeing that kind of just continue. We're always kind of still on that waiting, that post-traumatic Garrett syndrome. We're waiting for that shoe to fall, and boy, it's just different. I like that. Spoony, you're one thing from the game, man.
Catfish tastes very good. Right. Catfish tastes very good. My energy is so high right now. Listen, I want to say more, but BJ's only give me one thing to say.
We got time. Right, get comfortable. Hold on, Cowboys Nation. Get comfortable.
I'm going to say this right here. 5 sacks. 5 sacks. 5 sacks. And McCarthy, you robbed me of my 40 burger.
Yeah.
You robbed me of my 40 burger.
You did.
He robbed me. I have 40 burgers this week. He robbed me of my 40 burger. But nevertheless, 5 sacks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some people are kind of hedging what my number one thing is, and I think maybe the number one thing is, and something we've kind of talked about, went around, whatever. Is he back? Is he not back? What's going on? So on and so forth. A lot of people owe Zeke a lot of apologies right now. Some apologies. Some apologies. Because a lot of people, a lot of people, it's like, oh, it's time for Pollard to start.
Right.
It's time for Pollard to start. Oh, Pollard. And I was like, hey, guys, hold on. Hey, right. Zeke's still the guy. Look, I love Pollard. Don't get me wrong. I love what Pollard does. But Zeke's the guy still. Let's be clear. Right. And like I said, a lot of people say, well, we don't see the burst. We don't see this. I was like, well, give it time. Novocaine, right? Give it some time. And today we kind of saw that with him getting loose, doing this thing. I mean, my guys, I think it was 7.2. I'm going to say, I think he averaged about 7.2, 7.3 yards per carry. Not that Tully Pollard was slacking. I think he averaged over 6 yards per carry today. But
looking at it, we should be the top in rushing amongst the NFL, I think.
I mean, we were 270 yards today?
We were 245 against the number 1 ranked rush defense.
Right. See, there you go. Look, okay, thank you.
Honesty is the best policy.
Honesty is the best policy. Thank you. Thank you. No. That was a rep decision. Diggs is not hurt. Now we'll kind of get into some of that in the late game management. No, he's not hurt. That it was load management is what they said. Did you see something else, Spoon?
Yeah. It just reported that he spoke after the game, said he had a little bit of tightness in his back since the game started, so they took precautions and just put him out the rest of the game.
Okay, so
it's minor.
His back was tight as the game started. He ended up with 2 picks. All right, family, take a seat. Right. Take a seat.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. But let's kind of get into some of these stats real quick, right? So, Dak again, efficient. That's kind of the term that I've thrown around for the past. Well, even week 1 he was efficient, but even more efficient, even if you will. 14 passes, 4 of them were touchdowns, or 14 completions, I should say. 4 of them were touchdowns for 188 yards. Zeke goes for 20, $143 and a touchdown. Pollard 10 for 67. And hey, Dak got involved, guys. 4 for 35. Dak got involved in timely runs.
And I almost threw up in my mouth. Because he was even doing, he was looking along, just like, especially on that 4th down conversion. I was like, just go, let's get it, man. Like,
just get it, get down. Yeah. Cooper left the game early with he was rubbing his left hamstring, but ends up with 3 for 69 with a dot from Dak for the touchdown. Dalton Schultz a little weird today, guys. Dylan, what was with your guy? Our guy, I should say. Dalton, ends up with 6 for 58 and a touchdown. But my goodness, back-to-back plays, very close, could be fumbles. The 2-point conversion, he doesn't catch it pretty much clean, turn and get it. Done well, but there was a point in the game where I was like, man, laughing. I was like, man, just stop throwing it to Dalton for a second. Jaws. And Josh comes and gets a touchdown. Dylan Schultz, typically sure-handed, but a little.
He had an off game today. It was not looking good there for a minute, but we kind of have an embarrassment of riches because Blake Jarwin came in right in to score the touchdown. Man, and you just kind of see the difference between him and Schultz in that play because he had that burst when he hit that cut, scored for that touchdown. You just saw that rare burst that he has compared to Schultz. But, yeah, he had a rough day, but we're fortunate to have two guys that can go off.
That part. So, and of course, 1 for 18 for a touchdown for Jarwin. Sid Wilson with the silly spin. Spoon. The silly spin. 2 for 30 in the touchdown. And the spin was on the touchdown, of course. CeeDee Lamb, 2 for 13. That's okay. It's all right. Sorry, he did his thing, blocking, the whole nine. I'll tell you what, man. I actually, now I know late in the game, people are going to get on Anthony Brown pretty hard. I understand that. Guys, I think if we get this play from Anthony Brown, Tuck,
right?
I'm gonna shut the hell up.
Yeah, he's been decent.
Solid tackles, solid coverage. Like again, once the game was out of hand, we can kind of talk about some things. Mm-hmm. But in that first half and early in the third quarter, I thought Anthony Brown may even I know he got the pick last week. I think today might have been his best game. Tuck, right. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Anthony Brown has been playing solid. And I think, we got to understand is week one, even though he's kind of older, Antonio Brown is still amongst NFL elites. And so I feel like as we progress through the season, you're not going to see a lot of teams with a number 2 corner of that caliber of Antonio Brown. So I feel like for the most part, Anthony Brown is going to be solid. So it's going to be real, questionable about what happens when Kelvin Joseph does come back off of his groin. As of right now, I don't think they move on from Anthony Brown. I think Kelvin Joseph is going to be more of a slow play, and you have to get it from there. But from what I've seen today, man, yeah, I agree. This was today Anthony Brown's best game.
Yeah, man. So
you should have had that pick too, man.
Yeah. That would have been the capper. If you would have got that, it is what it is, right?
Right.
I talked a lot about this, guys, and I'm gonna get y'all's opinion on this. I said, look, this defense is fast. This defense is young. They blitz a lot. It's going to be a problem. It'll be a test of wills to a certain extent. I said they would run the ball, and that's where they want to test us. And to me, in my effect, I think they tested us more in the run game than anybody else has so far this season. Which got us to what was the score at halftime, guys? What, 14-13 we were down?
14-13.
Yeah, 14-13 we were down. We went for 2, whatever. It is what it is. So it was tight, right? It was a little tight. And then
explosion.
Okay, yeah. I got you over there on the backside there, Chuck. So then we got into the third quarter and we saw what happened. This game, let me ask y'all this in y'all's own opinion. I'm gonna start with Spoon. I'm gonna go clockwise this round. This game kind of go what you felt it would go like, or like what'd you think? First half versus second half, and your thoughts, Spoonie.
No, I felt like it would be like this. As we did the show last week, I said 40 burgers. We was almost there. As far as defensively, I thought they played much better than I really thought defensively. I think 5 sacks and for what they was doing, we seen the young guys like Chauncey Golston. He got his sack today with Diggy Wooza. So with just how young this defense is, I didn't expect them to come out the way they came out in the second throughout the whole game like this, and I think it was really lights out during that second half. As far as offensively, I felt that they're gonna move the chain, they're gonna score some points. They have a lot of weapons. CeeDee Lamb didn't have a good game stats wise, but of course because the other guys on the team, they're able to contribute for the win. So that's my thoughts.
All right, J Tuck.
Yeah, you ever been like in a play fight with somebody and then they hit you too hard and then all of a sudden you just let them hands fly? I feel like that's what this game was. It's like, all right, we were kind of playing around because Dalton Schultz, like I said, needed some coffee this morning. I'm not sure what Schultz was doing. And so they kind of hung around. And I feel like at halftime, it's like, all right, let's open it up and let's really hit them with everything that we got. And we saw that clearly. Like they got hit with Zeke, they got hit with Pollard, they got hit with Schultz, they got hit with Jarwin, got hit with Cedric Wilson, got hit. And it was just like so many weapons is what we've been saying so frequently on this channel and also on mine as well, is that how do you scheme for this offense? Because if you take something away, take CeeDee Lamb away. Perfect. Okay, cool. We'll eat over here all day. And I felt like once things kind of settled, and I'm sure that Kellen Moore at halftime, all right, what are they doing? Because they were sitting 5, they were sitting 6, they were sitting 7. And they finally just kind of calm down and it's like, all right, guys, let's settle down and pick this team apart. And once that happened, they reeled apart. Like I said, we were going to break their spirit once we got that ball back. And it shows the capacity of this offense that we're able to score just like that versus what I still consider a top defense in the NFL.
Yeah. Dylan, same thing for you, my man.
Yeah, it's along the same lines. I'm gonna piggyback. We were playing with our food a little bit. Came out a little lethargic, we had low energy. I feel like we weren't playing with much speed. Then we just come out in the second half and like, okay, we're done playing. We just put it on them. And it says a lot about our team that we can we have the offense that is just capable against going up against one of the best defenses in the league, and you can just decide that you want to just put the game away real quick. and then we get in the garbage time and they let off the pedal a little bit. But I'm excited for this offense once we get Michael Gallup and Lyle Collins back. Like, we're good now, but we're going to be terrifying here in a few weeks.
Yeah, I think, and again, I've kind of decided to kind of point out certain thing because even at Buffalo Wild Wings, after we were hitting the Landry formation or whatever, and there was a guy there, Cowboys fan. He's like, I just don't really know what Mike McCarthy does. I just don't really know. And I'm like, well, I mean, and I started pointing some things out to him. I'm like, look, all the injuries, right? Because he brought up Sean Lee and how long and if he was out, it was over. And I'm like, man, look, that's a culture change. That's your coach, right? Those are things that he does. This first half, we were down at the half, 14-13. They did everything that I kind of talked about all week, and some of us other ones did too. Like Jay took, you had a great video yesterday, the day before, I can't remember which one. Where you kind of broke down the keys to the game and different things about that. And you kind of talked about the same things as well. And that's kind of what they did, right? I mean, they tested us with the run. They were going to blitz us. We kind of knew that. Like the very first drive, they got two guys home the very first drive, untouched.
Untouched. I was like, here we go.
I was like, oh my God. But you know what? They got to the half, 14-13. And once they got in the half, they were like, all right, here's the adjustments. And I think that's a tip of the cap to McCarthy as well. I think he's like, okay, guys, here we are. Here's what we're doing. All right, let's go out here. Let's, as Parsons said, let's turn it up. And that's what we did. And we saw certain things, right? Like we saw Parsons all of a sudden get back to some rushing out of the defensive end of the second half. We kind of saw them okay, well, how are they blocking this thing? We're going to turn it up even more in the second half with this pressure, with the stunts and different things. We even saw a little bit more on the offensive side. Man, I tell you again, and there's going to be this question. I promise you, this question is going to happen sooner or later. Why isn't Jarwin playing more than Schultz? It's going to happen. I promise you. Man, when you look at the game within the game, though, I'm telling you now, Schultz does such a great job when the spotlight's out on him catching the ball, just walling off guys and blocking downfield. And I think that's where Jarwin's game is still a little suspect, that it makes such a huge difference. There were several different plays in the second half where Jarwin was 4 or 5 yards down the field and walling off a linebacker or hitting a safety. And I can't wait to dive into the all 22 and see that. So he's done a lot more. The thing about and look, his Fog Band is in here. Shouts to Fog real quick. Instant impact DN versus linebacker, yes. However, he didn't play Mike. He's got to grow into that some.
Right.
But see, at the end, it's just chug and go. Right. Like go do that and chug and go. So pump the brakes because we'll see what he does. But let him get out there and let him do what he does. But again, just back to the Mike McCarthy aspect of things, though, and whatnot. I just think definitely tapped in, got him ready to rock. We saw that third quarter, and something we haven't seen in the Cowboys in a long time, right? Okay, it's a close game. Third quarter, we made the right adjustments. I mean, how about this one? I'll hit it. I'll say it this way: we outcoached them in the second half.
Right.
It's been a while since we felt like we actually outcoached somebody, J-Tuck.
And that's the Mike McCarthy effect. And I feel like because we rarely got that. We walked out of a game and feel like we outcoached the other side. Like we feel like we gotten outcoached, but somehow we still got the win. But like clearly we see the adjustments that Mike McCarthy and also Dan Quinn made. I like that from what I'm seeing from this team. You got to think about when Mike McCarthy was at Green Bay. I know he had Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, and a lot of people kind of hold him to that, but they were always consistent and was always competing. And I feel like you see that what this team is like, even though we got hit early, like they're going to be in the game with all the different situations current going on injury wise and suspension wise and different things like that. They're able to adjust, and you need that at the NFL level. And as the Garrett era, we never saw that. Like we can just continue to sit back and watch Dak get blitzed like crazy and make no adjustments and just hope for the best, right? But they really adjusted and said, okay, what are they doing? And even with Dan Quinn, like I saw the conversation about defensive end with Parsons and linebackers. Like second half, Parsons was at the line of scrimmage. He was coming forward because what were they doing? They had Parsons off in the island covered and running back, Hubbard over there, like taking him out of the play. But Dan Quinn's like, nope, we're going to adjust, have him coming forward. And once you do that, they have to slide protect. It gave us the one-on-one matchups, and you saw Osa eating, my guy Golston, Randy Gregory. And it was just a smorgasbord.
Yeah. I want to get back to the Golston. I want to get back to that because, man, we saw him last week. Mm-hmm. My guy Spoonie called him Bernard because of the old number. But Golston, right. And we saw him again. Got to have a sack today. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, Golston's an issue.
I think that's why they're like, well, damn, what do we do? Because, even though I watched them last game, I wasn't too impressed, but Golston was one of my favorite draft picks. I know me and Professor O kind of went back and forth about it, but you're seeing him starting to rev up too. And so it's like, all right, well, damn, do we take reps away from him and Parsons on? So I think with this rookie class, you're really starting to see a lot of them emerge. And now we have these different versatile weapons that we can use all over the field and make a difference. And you're seeing that impact already, man. So I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's another blade of this rookie draft class, right, Spoon, right, Dylan, that's coming through the pipeline and showing. Now on the other side running, for them, the rookie Chuba Hubbard came out, 13 carries, 57 yards, 4.4. Old Sam Darnold in the first half for sure, but those 2 rushing touchdowns, 6 for 35. Royce Freeman got 3 carries for 12. So, they average. And DJ Moore got 1 for 6. 4.4, 5.8, 4.0, 6.0. That's how they kind of kept it close in the first half. And I feel like off the cuss, because I don't know the counts, I know they were running the ball a lot the first half, because I know for sure Sam had his 2 rushing touchdowns in the first half, amongst other things. Once we put the clamps kind of on them and we started blowing out, I think we scored, 20 points in the third quarter. Mm-hmm. And this is what we've all kind of talked about, right? Is once you get up, you make it one dimensional, we can unleash these guys and they can't run the ball. We're going to take the run game away from you. But as long as they were able to run the ball well, it was a little nip and tucky,
right? And I just got off the Panthers podcast and they're confused, like, why did they abandon the run? But I feel like when it comes to the Cowboys, we're starting to get that aura, like kind of like the Chiefs have, where people just get out of their comfort zone because I feel like they have to play and catch up. That's why I was saying we have to get up a double-digit score. And once they kind of happened in third, they were just like, all right, we can't run the ball. We got, and it made them one-dimensional. And once you do that, it's blood in the water with this young defensive line, which I like.
Yeah, and Dylan, right? So, McCarthy, we've been killed for like clock management, different things. Now here we are. It's the game's kind of getting away from them, right? In the third quarter, they got to kind of make a decision, or maybe in the fourth quarter, and they've got to make a decision. He has to blow a timeout because it's 4th and short. What are you doing? You got to blow a timeout to make sure that you're going to go for it here. If that was on the other side of the ball, we'd be getting killed for it. Right. Do you think Matt Rule's going to get killed for that decision tomorrow in the second half?
He should.
Yeah,
of course. But overall, Mike McCarthy, I feel like he had a pretty decent game. Like he had a couple questionable things, like I can't really harp on it, but him not going for it on the other 4th and 3 when he went for it on 4th and 2, you gotta go for it. Man. You got Dak Prescott,
right?
But he went for the other one and he got 6 points. Where if we had Jason Garrett still, he would have punted in that situation where you'd have 6 less points on the scoreboard because of it. So he's definitely improving. He had a much better game this week than he did last week.
Again, for me going into this game, I don't know about y'all, I was like, well, what's really going to happen here? And in the first half, we kind of saw Steele get a little abused, whether it was pass pro or even getting pulled, just whiffing on the third and whatever it was on the block where they ended up going for it then. I was very interested to see how Kellen was going to attack this defense. And I thought it was a tale of not just 2 halves. I thought it was like, okay, we saw the first quarter and the blitz getting home, and they kind of pivoted and did some things, and then we saw what we did in the second quarter, right? And then we kind of, and in the third quarter, the explosion. I said, boy, Killen's in his bag.
Right.
Like how they were able, not that the room was completely limited or whatever in the first half, but that third quarter where the explosion was, again, just going back to these, for me as a fan and watching, and something we have lacked for so long, the adjustment period, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just watching the adjustments and how they're like, okay, like Neo in the Matrix, right? It was like Neo in the, here's what y'all doing. Okay, it's close. Okay, all right, bet. Well, we got these horses, and we're going to do it this way, and boom, and they just zoomed, and I was like, oh, Killen's in his bag.
Right.
I said,
You ever play Madden and someone's like blitzing you like crazy out the gate? And you're just like, bro, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, the nano blitzes.
Right. You're just like getting nano until finally you figure it out and like, oh, okay, that's what they're doing. And all of a sudden it's just, that's where I feel like it did. Like, where is this coming from? Because every play, like for the first half, they were coming through untouched, like two people. And I'm like, they're sending seven. It's like, but how do you counter that? And I feel like Kellen kind of settled in, and once he did that, it was a wrap, man.
Right. Spoonie, the halftime adjustments and whatever, and everybody kind of in their bag in the third quarter. Is it refreshing for you, or how you feeling over there?
Listen, I feel great. You put them away. They put this team away, and that's what you got to do. I'm on the side with Dylan though with that 4th and 3. I wish they went for it to really put him away. Because he was only within 2 scores, but listen, they came in there, made the second half adjustments. They put the Carolina Panthers away. This is what good teams do. They make adjustments and they beat you down. And this is what the Cowboys did today. I mean, Tuck said it earlier today. We have to get out that Jason Garrett mentality era. Understand? A perfect example. One of my favorite calls that McCarthy did, I know a lot of folks probably was tweeting they wouldn't have done, was when we backed the Panthers up closer to the end zone. It was 3rd and 12. It was 3rd and 12. McCarthy declined it. He declined it, and that's being more aggressive. You're trusting your defense. When they went for it for 2-point conversion, you're trusting your offense.
Well, I'm gonna hit the pause though there, and I do agree with you. Here's the thing: I do want to highlight that. And I'm gonna get Jay Tuck and Dylan's responses on that as well, because I agree. I was okay with them not taking the penalty. It makes sense. If you can't get out, look, we always talk about the offense. Well, damn it, if it's 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, you should go for it. Well, damn it, if you got them back up to 3rd and 12, then you don't take no penalty. You get them off the field.
Right.
Now, the thing about it was, not only did they convert the 3rd and 12, they converted that 3rd and 11. I'm like, so again, one of the things that I will say is, if we got to cherry pick some stuff about the hiccups on this defense, man, they are suspect to give up 3rd and longs. They have kind of done that here and there. And when I say 3rd and longs, I ain't just talking about like 3rd and 6s or 7s. They're susceptible at times to give up 3rd, 9s, 10s, 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s, and even up to a 15. But let's go back to the analytics, because that's analytics that says, Spoon just brought up, that you decline it and you take the 3rd and 12. Were y'all with that call at the time or no? Dylan, were you with the decline and going for 3rd and 12, or did you want to back them up?
I would have
been 2nd and 27. I think it was.
Yeah, I would have taken the 15-yard penalty.
Okay.
But since you did decline it, you are in a 3rd and 12 situation. You absolutely have to get off the field at that point. I can see both sides, but I personally would have taken
10
the
toes
15-yard
down.
penalty.
You would have took it. You would have took the penalty.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have took the penalty.
All right, Jay Tuck, would you took the penalty, or would you at the moment would you say take the penalty, or just no 3rd and 12? I'm good.
No, I would have stood on it. I would have stood on it and take the 3rd and 12, because I feel like the same thing. You would think your defense can get off the field, because here's the thing: if you back them up and they throw it deep and we get a penalty and it gives them an automatic 1st down, that could change the course of the game as well. First, you're thinking,
or defense a holding for 5 yards,
defense a holding, or something like that, something small. And so I mean, I don't think we needed to play field position with them. So I was going to decline the penalty. I was okay with. But you have to get off the field with it. And it's just like they picked it up so easily. I think if we would have stopped them short, no one would have complained about that call. It's just because they picked it up. So
good call over there from Massey as well. It wasn't the full 15. It was half the distance to the goal, but it was going to be like, so 2nd and 22, I guess, somewhere around in there, wherever the case it is. But again, one of those things, again, I wasn't mad at it at the time. I'm okay, well, it's 3rd and 12. I get it. Get off the field. We didn't. And then we had another opportunity before they got to the 50 now. Before they got to the 50 of 3rd and 11. Okay, well, you get off the field here. It's all good. And they end up going down and scoring. So, again, the one thing that I try to caution Cowboys is like, look, this is a well-coached team. They are very disciplined. They're not going to lay down. And they didn't. They did not lay down. Because even at the half, we made the adjustments. And we made it, a route, if you will. Boy, they kept churning. We kind of we went to the prevent, if you will.
Yeah,
and had an opportunity.
That's my biggest frustration with the staff.
And that's where I want to get to, right? So, like, we were there, the game was put away, we're celebrating a little bit, and then we're kind of like Jay said, me and you both were kind of shout out to Donnie Tippett. He was hitting me, he was FaceTiming me.
Yeah.
And look, there was 4th and 8, and I saw the catch. I said, Donnie, I gotta go.
Right. Me too.
I was like, bro, I gotta go.
That's my own brother. I had to get off the phone too. Like, hey, bro,
so we got to figure some stuff out here. A little, Diggs is on the sideline. We're laying back, whatever. I'm like, oh. I said, man, are we about to? I didn't think we're about to give up the butt, if you will. I'm just like, man, look, we can't do that, but that's a sign of a good team. And you're right, because there's certain things we were doing last year, and it goes back to like this team was well coached, and they were missing a McCaffrey, they were missing a J.C. Horn. Maybe the scheme is way different. Those guys are here. That's either here or there. We're going to play who's in front of us. But let's talk about that. The end of game management, more so. This is really on McCarthy. This is more on Dan Quinn and the calls that are coming in. No. Because I just saw Nick. No, this is about McCarthy here. He's not making the defensive calls. This is about Dan Quinn and what's going on. So let me spin the wheel here, Dylan. The end of the game.
Yeah, the end of the it was terrible. I don't even know how to explain it. Maybe they just got up so big that they felt they didn't need to play hard anymore. The game was already put away. Trevon Diggs is on the sideline. They said if it was a closer game, he would have been playing. I don't know. Maybe they're just up that big and they were comfortable. But it was ugly playing prevent there for a little bit.
Yeah, look, I think for me, Tuck, 4th and 8 was the time. Look, you can play prevent or whatever. Things are cute. 4th and 8, though. All right, it's time to do what we do. Let's turn up. All right, Diggs, it's time to go back out there. Let's turn up. Let's just end it now and not prolong this anymore.
Right. Because my thing is, if you're going to load manage, it ain't just going to be Trayvon Diggs. You're taking Dak out. You're taking Micah Parsons out. You're taking if he going to load manage, he going to load manage a lot more than what you did. And I just didn't like the mindset behind it, because here's my thing. If it's the Bucs week 1 and we were up like that, you think we'd have pulled out Diggs or, pulled off the gas? Heck no. I think they kind of slept on Sam Darnold. Like, okay, we got this in the bag. Let's just rest Diggs. But Sam kept fighting to a point. Like I said, if they really had those timeouts left, it would have been a completely different circumstance about how this game could have played out. So it's like, you don't want to put yourself in a situation. Now, granted, you're not going to continue to send pressure, but also Sam Darnold missed a wide open Robbie Anderson for a touchdown pass. And so there was plenty of opportunity to really break that game back into play. And I feel like offensively and also defensively, we took our foot off the gas. And I know Spoonie was asking for the 40 burger. Even when we took the field goal, I was like, they're not like this step on the throat and get them out of here. But they kept kind of hanging around. But ultimately still got the win. But that's the one thing, if I'm going to nitpick, I did not like, because I was like, why is Diggs out? Is he hurt? I kind of panicked. I was like,
fourth and the easy touchdown, whatever. And they're kind of going, but you got them to 4th and 8. You got to step up the throw. And I'm with you, too, on the field goal. Now, great for my fantasy football team. However, it's always real football over fantasy for me. That's how I live my life. And I'm just like, let's just step on them. Like you just said, let's just step on them.
Right.
Let's end it. Spoonie.
Yes, sir.
How did you like the fourth quarter management from this coaching staff?
Well, first, I want to put out here real fast that thank you, Trayvon Diggs, for scoring me big on my fantasy football team.
Yeah. Same. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
I was worried a little bit. But then again, on the flip side, I do see that by you putting the second defense in there, you get to see some of the young guys in there, because there's going to be times where these young guys are going to have to get some playing time. So you get to really see how some of these guys work in a real meaningful NFL game, and just not preseason. So it was a challenge. I'm loving the fact that they're challenging their players. They're giving them it's basically like, I'm trusting you. Don't F it up. You know what I mean? I know it kind of hurts because, again, he was up by 2 scores, and Sam Darnold, was still playing to try to score points. But at the flip side, you give by you giving these young guys some playing time, you're boosting their them up a little bit as well, because there might be a time where next man up again. With the injuries we had from week 1 until now, a lot of fans didn't expect us to be winning at all. When Al Collins missing games, oh my God, it was an issue with Steele. When D-Law went down, oh my God, we had a problem with the run. Now fans should be trusting these young guys get in the game because they are well prepared, they are well coached.
Yeah. Oh, let's rewind. It's not about trusting though, Spoon. It was the coverage calls. It was the how we were dialing up the pressure, whatnot. Right. And we're kind of giving them stuff. Now, here's the thing. I want to address this because I see this coming through. Because our guy Matt says KZ hit was clean though. Should have got off the field. Yeah. Zachary Stars in the building said the unnecessary roughness call on KZ changed the rhythm a bit as well. That was a textbook hit. Refs messed up big. Right, but those things happen in the game. Those guys. Right. Here's my thing. Like, those things happen. Like, that's not the end all be all at that point, because it wasn't just about the 4th and 8. Because here's my thing about the 4th and 8 was, okay, they completed. All right, boom, tackling. Tackling right there. They got to eat more clock. They already ate up 2 times. Eat more clock. But y'all didn't tackle him. And he got loose. And there was the problem for me. And you kind of do those things, right? And then my guy James is chiming in and says, John Michelle, shout out to him over there on Twitter, said Trey caught a cleat to the back and they had some concerns. I mean, we'll find out what that is. But again, a little too loose, a little too, whatever. Now I'm going to flip it to the other side though. Right? I know J-Tuck is 4:57. You got to get out here. You said 5?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let me give you the space here at the very end to go. Okay. We'll keep rocking. I'll let you get a space to get up out of here. Right. But when the chips were on the line, kind of once again, right? So the score got back to 36-28. If we can't close the game, if you will, they get a chance to go score, get 2-point tie, and whatever can happen. Well, that wild thing showed up, right? And then it got back, and this offense said, all right, you know what? It's cool. Things happen.
Right, we got it.
And put the hammer. Outside of all the rigmarole that happened in the 4th quarter, talk about how this offense or this team closed and just shut it down.
Yeah, and they did what was smart. The first play, they kind of broke it because, like I said, it could have changed. But Tony Pollard, big play, boom, then right to Ezekiel Elliott. So it shows the dynamic of this offense. And like I said, a lot of Cowboys fans, Dak Prescott is just special. He's in command right now, and so you have to take into consideration Dak and just follow his leadership. And so, there was never a moment where I felt like, oh man, we're gonna lose this game, because I know how Dak is. And when we needed a big play, Dak stepped up and made it. But this offense is really able to put this team on his shoulders. What we've been saying all offseason. Defenses meet us halfway. But hell, now defense is at the party. They're sitting pretty much elbow to elbow with us, man, because they're doing a lot more than we expected. So now with the defense playing like this and this offense, which I think is among NFL elites, it's going to be hard to not consider this team as a serious contender. And like Micah Parsons just tweeted, and I've been saying this as well, we still got people coming back. Like, that's really going to get scary when you toss in DeMarcus Lawrence, we get Neville Gallimore, Tristan Hill, and you start getting Kelvin Joseph out there, and then you get Michael Gallup back, and Lyle Collins. And so the way that this team is kind of keeping things afloat but continues to play, I'm excited, man.
Hold on, real quick there, Todd. You know how many yards we rushed for today? Damn near 300. 270, was it 274?
245.
245, okay.
Is that including Dak too? Yeah, 245.
Yeah, 245.
That's 200 more than what they was allowing this far.
Right.
They allowed 45 per game before.
Well, how about this one? They only allowed 191 yards per game total.
Right.
So
10 points per game.
Yeah, right. So there's that.
Right.
And our right tackle's out.
Right.
Our center's not. We've talked about this, right? Tyler Madow's not really the greatest blocker now.
Play decent.
Our fullback is the greatest blocker, though.
You got that boy. You got that boy McGovern over there at fullback. Right. I mean, hey, sign me up. But the way that they closed, like, all right, you stretched it out, they scratched back, whatever happened, but it was time to turn it back on again. All right, and what a play call! What a play call on third down from Kellen Moore. Handed to Dak, right? Oh, pitch it to Pollard. Oh, first down. Hey, guys, Landry Shipper out.
Right.
Landry Shipper out. All right, guys, we appreciate y'all. It's good. Maybe we'll see you in the playoffs. I don't know. You're 3-1. Do your thing. From an overall suspect before you get out of here, Saints, you had one job. You couldn't beat the Giants, but I mean, whatever.
I had tweets ready.
Yeah, you feel me? The Falcons, you put up a good fight. You should have won it, but somehow you let the damn Skins win. Oh, I'm sorry. Washington football team. Excuse me.
Lord forbid.
Kansas City worried me for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they was playing. I was like, bro, don't do it. Don't. The Eagles,
Eagles a little, but they did their thing, and there it is. So again,
raise your hand if you're an NFC East team and your team won. Hey.
So things look good for us.
And those Eagles, they got this Carolina Panthers team up next.
Yeah, and the one thing I do like, is the Giants are off the snide.
Right.
Oh, they got to win. They feel good about themselves.
Right.
Well, come on down here at the AT&T Stadium. Yeah. We'll make sure to show you exactly where you should be.
It will be an anniversary because last year, when Dak went down,
we're not talking about
Giants week 5.
I don't know what you're talking about, Spoon. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's gonna listen. You know what? I'm gonna save it for Wednesday's show.
All right, there you go.
I'm gonna save it for Wednesday's show, but
a little teaser. Hey, real quick, Jay Tuck, it is 5:02. If you got to get out of here, let me give you your space real quick, brother. Tell people where you find you as always.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody. Good win, Cowboys Nation. Don't let nobody take this from you and say it was just the Panthers. Now, damn that. They're a solid team, and they're going to be competing for the NFC South. I mean, not with Tampa. I mean, Tampa, but they're going to be
there are definitely once they get their people back, yes, I agree. Playoffs, they're going to be in
they're going to be in competition, man. So don't take that win for you. Great win. Like I said, it's good to see this team clicking on all cylinders, and I think it's going to get even better as time progresses. But, of course, you guys can follow me on Twitter at JTuck151. Also on my YouTube channel, Cowboys Fans Only, and go to cowboysfansonly.com to get your official CFO merch, man. Got dinner plans now because we played a JV game, right? So you get the JV game, you get the rest of the Sunday to yourself, man. So I got to get ready for dinner reservations, but I appreciate everyone for tuning in, and we'll get ready for New York here next week.
Hey, that part, Jay's like, all right, man, we're going to keep rocking. All right, have a good night, sir. Appreciate you as always.
Peace out, Tuck.
All right, so, guys. All right. Jay-Tuck's out of here. Now we can have fun. I'm just joking. J-Tech's on. Shout out to my guy. Hey, my guy Shane. Hey, man. We just do what we do, man. We're fans like y'all. I don't even really know what's going on here. I'm gonna back up.
Shane's the man. He supports everybody on everything.
Oh man, Shane's that guy. Man. I'm over here with Rob Smith though. He's like, Dallas is lucky the Raiders didn't move to say. Aren't the Raiders playing? Are the Raiders playing right now?
Are they play tomorrow, don't they?
They play tomorrow? I don't know. I mean, okay.
Another Monday night game for them already? That's kind of weird.
Yeah, Oh, Aaron says, I will kill him more an apology. Well, a round of applause for Aaron Johnson. He does. You know what? You know what? At the end of the day, understanding and coming through is, and getting that it is what it is. All right, yeah, I see it, Alan. Tomorrow. Look at my gosh, says yes, I do. All right, guys. See, I don't buy this. And Dylan, I'm gonna give you some space here. So my guy E-Kush, shout out to my guy E-Kush. He says, we're winning in spite of McCarthy worries me. Hope he doesn't come back to haunt us later. I don't see that personally, but I mean, how do you look at that?
He's got points because, we harken back to week 1. We had the clock management issues.
No. Wait. Week 1, no, you'll get me after that. Week 1, though, if Lamb stays in bounds, clock runs. Even on the whole play with Connor, if Zeke doesn't run out of bounds, clock runs. So I'm not going to go week 1. Now, you can talk to me about week 2. Now, Massey said he was at the game, the lights, whatever. But you know what? I'll buy week 2. I'll buy definitely the end of the first half, week 3 as well. I don't think there's any really clock management issues here, but there's
this game not really.
Right, but okay, week 2, week 3, yeah. Now I'm with you, Dylan. Week 2, week 3, okay.
Yeah, week 1 is more nitpicking, but week 2 and week 3, there's definite gripes. Here, it's more me nitpicking again, the 4th and 3, and I would have taken the penalty. I know y'all are good on it, but in general, I don't feel like we have to overcome Mike McCarthy. Because we have Kellen Moore on offense and Dan Quinn on defense, and they're doing an exquisite job. Like, there's no getting around it. Exquisite. Let me pull out my etiquette right quick. And then Mike McCarthy, you know, he's getting the team ready to play. We came out flat, you know, a little bit, but we can turn it on at any point.
You know what? Hold on, because Messi's kind of said that earlier. I hope Messi's still here. And said we played flat.
Shout out to Massey.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy Mass. I don't think we played flat the first half. I just think they were ready to play, and that, you know, man, that happens. Like, I mean, Spoon, do you think we played flat the first half? Am I crazy there?
No, I just think sometimes you just start off slow. And again, second half.
Slow. I don't
slow and flatter kind of.
I don't
synonymous.
I'd rather say slow than basically that we didn't try to play at all. It just happens. Listen, the second half tells you that, again, when we made our adjustments, we put them to bed. I mean, that's just plain simple. Listen, even with the Mike McCarthy question, I think we're still stuck in that dumb article with him in Green Bay when Aaron Rodgers situation. That's that situation. Leave that crap alone. That's crap. Leave that crap alone and understand what Mike McCarthy brings to this team here. Sometimes this situations with a play or coach face, that's over there. It doesn't mean it's going to come over here. And again, let's just be honest, not to talk about Green Bay, but we see the same similar situations with Rodgers and his coach live. I'm going to start the whole offseason. So let's leave that alone. Mike McCarthy here has a very good quarterback in Dak Prescott, and both of them are on a mission. Dak wants that hardware. Mike McCarthy wants that hardware. It's a match made in heaven. And on top of that, we got the best offseason free agent, not player, but coach, which we've been saying since the whole offseason. So on top of that, they just said, if anybody was paying mind to the commentators, that Dan Quinn is not running the same system as Seattle and Atlanta. It's a whole new different scheme. And whatever scheme you want to call it, it's working. Leave it alone. There should be no more questions on Mike McCarthy, no more on Dan Quinn. All right. What happened in Atlanta with Dan Quinn's Atlanta? He's a DC over here. Ezekiel Elliott, there you go. Leave that alone. He's still an elite running back. The only difference is they keep him more fresh because the other guy who's getting called out by his own players, he's having issues over there. And we knew when he was over here, we had the same issue. And Mr. J Tubb, before he kindly left, just said, we have to move forward from that Garrett era. I've been moved over. I moved over last Monday night when I said, if this team does not play to the level of competition as the Eagles, we are ahead. That really convinced me. As me and BJ in Star Game, we was live there to see that. I'm past that. This is a very good football team. And I cannot wait to these NFL rankings tomorrow with these conversations. I want to see
a top 10 team. We might be a top 10 team now.
Same energy. We are 3-1. First place in the division. Leave that crap alone.
I don't even care. Yeah. I don't even care how they. I don't even really care how they rank us. It's fine.
I just want the conversation.
I mean, we beat the Chargers. They had it in the top 15. We was outside of it. It's fine. My guy E. Kush followed up with that. Says, does it feel like we took our foot off the gas to y'all? I feel like it was. I feel like if we can beat them by 40 or 50, do it. I understand that, but understand that's not on Mike McCarthy, right? Like we had to compartmentalize like what's going on. So you're up, right? You're up 36 to what was it? 36-21. Is that what it was? Something like that, or no, 36-14. I'm sorry. And look,
that kid's that pass to CD down the sideline. That's another touchdown.
Right. But you're looking to get out of the game. and you're looking to save people. You're looking to do things, if you will, right? You're kind of doing that. So, like, what happened, like with them getting a couple of touchdowns, wasn't really on McCarthy. Let's put the blame. Look, we all love what Dan Quinn's doing, but let's put the blame. We had no problem when Garrett was here putting the blame on Chris Richard and Rob Marinelli. Let's keep that same energy, Cowboys Nation. Look, I'm not over the top mad about it, but they kind of peel back a little bit, and that's your defensive coordinator. That's not on like everybody. Like I think because last year, and a part of this is the post-traumatic Garrett syndrome, and we had Dak hurt last year. We don't know what's going on, and here's Chris Nolan and all this stuff. So anytime something kind of looks funky, we want to just blame Mike McCarthy all of a sudden. Right. And we got to get out of that, guys. I think we got to get out there. With that being said, my bearded brother extraordinaire has joined the cast. We lose one in Tuck. Shout out to my guy Tuck. But boy, we pick right back up. My guy Massey is in the building. Mass, what is good, brother?
What's going on, gentlemen? Sorry for the background. I'm in my closet right now because all the kids are sleeping, man. So
me too.
All right, look. Let's keep it real low. Keep the kids a bit. No, it's something. You're in the closet. You're fine. We saw that blue. We saw that blue and white and shiny. You're good, brother. It's all good. So with that being said, man, I just got you in here. I got you in here. I saw you in the chat comment or whatever. Hey, look, real quick. If y'all follow me, Mass, or Dylan on Twitter,
or Spoonie.
Well, Spoonie, I'm trying to get Spoonie onto the Spoonie joined the space shit. I'm trying to get him on board on that. But I've gotten y'all in there. We're about that Twitter space life. And me and Dylan are for sure about it because I don't know what the hell was going on. We was on till like 4 or 5 a.m. It just is what it is. But hey, we do Twitter spaces and we talk. Yeah, Spoonie's on Twitter right there. It says @Spoonie881, my guy. @Spoonie881. Follow him right over there, James. But with that being said, man, we do these little spots or whatever. We do Cowboys talk on Twitter as well in these Twitter spaces. So for sure, come through and check us out on that side. It's all, and look, it's really cool because it's all voice, no pictures. And if you want to say something, you can request. We'll get you in. We'll talk to you. And we're kind of growing that and doing our thing over there as well. But with that being said, though, neither here nor there. Mass, I want to get your overall opinion real quick about today's game because you haven't had a chance to speak about it. Let the people know. Mass, what would you think about today's game?
Well, first of all, it's always great to get the W. Like always, great to get the W. So
let's see one. Hold on,
James.
Hold on, James.
Throw the dub
up. But it had its ups and downs. Like I said, I was tweeting out and saying in some group chats that the defense looked flat and they looked like they had no energy in the first half. Wait, I don't agree with you there. In the first half, no,
I don't agree with you.
Diggs was jogging around in the first half. Like he played great in the second half.
I know it was on the
second half.
Hold on. Did Randy Gregory get a sack in the first half?
He did.
He got two in the first half, didn't he?
Nah, I think the second was in the third quarter.
But the secondary and the back seven was just jogging around like they just seemed like they weren't interested in the game. Now they came out with the second half like they have fire. But
let me ask you a
first
question.
Half, man.
All right. What in the first half? Okay. Look, let's buy that. Dylan, Spoonie, let's buy that. We were disinterested in the first half defensively. Okay. One, I'm going to tell you, and I preached it all week. They were going to attack us running the ball.
Yeah, you said that.
I preached it. In the first half, they ran the ball. We wasn't used to it. But besides that, I think the big key and the big change, and let me see what y'all think about this. Micah Parsons was playing linebacker mainly in the first half.
Yeah.
Oh, but that second half, what happened?
He was moving all over the place.
Maybe, just maybe, Max? Do we think that was the key to the turn up, perhaps?
Yeah. And that's what I said when we did our talk on Twitter the other night. Is I said, you asked, should he go back to linebacker or should he go back to D-line? And I said, move him around everywhere. Don't let them know where he's coming. Look in the second half. He lined up at linebacker off the ball. He lined up at defensive end. He lined up at nose. Like he was coming up the middle. He took on a double team. That one sack, I think it was Golston. It happened because Parsons took on a double team and blew up the pocket. So like
Facts.
That happened for
Facts.
Randy's second sack as well, where he swallowed a double team and allowed Randy to get a sack.
Yeah. So moving him around, not letting the defense game plan of where he's gonna be, that's the key to that guy.
James, yes, that part. I said that a ton. We played on Monday. They played on Thursday.
Hey, that might be it.
That was complete. I appreciate a lot.
I saw a stat.
If y'all tune into the Wednesday show on the Start Game Podcast on YouTube, go hit that sub button. Shameless plug. I appreciate this a little bit about they had a longer time. We're on a short week. We got to wait and see. But shout out to James for that. Go ahead there, Dylan. I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, I saw a stat that we were 0-4 in those situations where someone is coming off a Monday night game and we're coming off, Sunday or whatever. And,
Who's that coach?
That's that PT. What is it? PTGD?
Post-traumatic Garrett
syndrome or disorder. Whichever one you want. I don't care. PTGD, PTGS, whatever you want. But that was, and again, it goes back to Dylan. We have to understand Mike McCarthy. Like everybody's kind of, we had some people killing Mike McCarthy earlier. This is a game that Garrett would lose. Let us be clear. It was tight. It was bad. We were short week. They were long week. This is where we would fumble the bag.
Garrett doesn't make those halftime adjustments.
Mass, please, for the people in the back, Mass.
Garrett and his staffs would never have made those halftime adjustments. Never. They would have came out and they would have done with it. We are who we are. We play our game and we beat people by playing our game. No, you got to adjust. Okay, this ain't working. Let's try this. This ain't working. Okay, let's adjust and go this route. And that's what Mike McCarthy and his staff are doing.
Oh, I love it.
So the other night on the Twitter Spaces, Massey, after you left, Nix and I had a conversation about all these trends that are being bucked this year. We are seeing them, move people around where before they were rigid. We're seeing, them attack the ball. They're trying to punch out on tackles. Mm-hmm. We're seeing interceptions and turnovers. We're seeing guys get injured and people stepping up. We're seeing guys being developed like Terrence Steele and them. Like there are so many trends this season that we weren't accustomed to, and it's kind of like overwhelming. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah.
Wait. Hey, Spooty, put these hands up.
I just don't know what's going on, man.
I just don't know.
What is it like? Cornerbacks looking for the ball, like
what is that?
Novel concept,
What is that? Shout out to Joe Witt, coach secondary. If y'all don't know, look him up. Spoony, the one thing we kind of talked about, especially behind the scenes or whatever, a lot this offseason, even some last season, right, Spoon? Yeah. Like we kind of just went through different things and whatnot, and we were in the building last week. In the, our first time being in the building for the Eagles games, we kind of both looked at each other. We're like, it just feels different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not just from the, because everyone's like, oh, the eye test. It's like, no. Look, and give Deck all the praise in what he's doing, right? But in general, like when we looked at the defense, and that's what me and you, whenever we were sitting there in section 202 and having a good time with our Cowboy readers on deck, if you will, shout out to, real quick, my guy, Steele, the Cowboys won. So let me get Steve Austin. Oh, hell yeah. In the chest with the fire.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. For this win.
Hell yeah, man.
But you know what, though, Spoon? We looked at us like, man, we had talked about all preseason about this defense being very quicker and faster. But when we were at the stadium, and Mash, you were there too, you kind of speak on this a little bit as well. Seeing that speed in person, Spoon, tell the people, like me and you looked, and we're like, yo, this is different.
Yes. It was totally different. How it was getting to the ball. I mean, it's just a different team. It's a different team, different energy. And again, this is why I'm so happy that we have the staff that we have. We have even guys in that staff that are former head coaches, who gained that experience. It's a lot, and they're teaching these guys how to play better, and especially in game day situations. And the responses, I mean, listen, again, Massey, you was there with us, rocking with us. It felt like a playoff game. It was only week 3. I tell you this, Cowboy Nation, and I'm saying this right now. All the other stuff that we worried about in the past with the Garrett, the Zeke, and not being the same, put it to bed. the change was who's coaching, and that coaches definitely has changed. And we seen that the first day that after Dak Prescott signed his big contract. The next day he
what
was
did he say?
working
No.
on
What did he say? No, Spoon. No, don't you leave that out. When he signed that contract, he did that damn press conference. So what did he say? Culture.
Culture. There you go.
We
Excuse me.
Gotta change the culture.
Right. And this is what you're seeing. And again, listen, for the first 4 weeks, it's been amazing. It's because we have overcome a lot of things that people wouldn't expect for us to do. When it comes down to the injuries of D-Lob, the Lyle Collins suspensions and stuff like that, we are guys. It's like next man up. We're not gonna lose a beat. Next man up, and these guys are prepared. So it tells me the future is very bright. The present and the future is bright. Listen, they doing a great job. On to the Giants. I'm ready for this.
My guy Dom's checking in. He says, at Knicks, how would you handle the return of Bossman? And for those that don't know, Steven said earlier this week, it's any day for Kelvin Joseph, our number 44 second round overall pick, coming back. Are you throwing him in the fire or giving it a conservative approach? Now, Matthew, I don't know if you were here yet or not, but we kind of talked about AB today. And we all kind of consensus was like, AB's just kind of getting better week to week a little bit. He's been playing up to snuff. But then you look at Golston getting thrown into the fire 2 weeks ago or last week on Monday night, and you look at what he did today, and you're seeing Osa and what he's doing, and you're seeing Micah Parsons and what he's doing. I don't know how you don't say, well, all right, fam, go out there and do your thing. I don't really know how. But Don, for me personally, I think it has to be conservative. I don't like being conservative in this standpoint because I know who Brown is. But he's got to have a game where and we're looking at the competition. I mean, he had Robbie Anderson today, right, guys? I mean, we're not talking about the guys he had to face, the Mike Williams or the Antonio Browns of the world. So I mean, it's a little bit of a dip today, if you will. No diss to Robbie Anderson because he's got elite speed and can get over the top. But again, we're watching him play well, so it's almost if you didn't come back in time for this guy's in his groove, I don't know how you pull him. But on the same token, I am excited to see what he can do, guys. I'll be conservative with him, even with I'm seeing what Osa and Chauncey are doing currently, and Parsons. I'm being conservative with him currently. A week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I was like, no, throw his ass in. Right now, I'm conservative because of how this defense is operating and rolling. I don't want to upset it. Let me go clockwise here. Let me go, Spoonie. Are you conservative? Or are you throwing him in? Just simple.
I love this question too. This should be a nice poll question right here. But I'm going to say throw him in.
You want to throw him in?
I really like Bossman.
Okay.
From out of LSU. Again,
well, shit, they better like him. They picked him at 44.
Listen, I think he's really talented. He should have been a first-round pick. If had he stayed in LSU without getting in trouble with the coaching staff. But he has great ball skills and everything you need in the corner. Listen,
only 15 games in college, though. Only 15 games in college.
It is college, but you know what?
You're still buying.
It's the point you mentioned, BJ.
Okay.
They're throwing these young guys in there and they step in like even Ghostin. Yeah. My thing is this: I'll trust them with Bossman.
Okay, Dylan, are you conservative or it's just time and match the gas? Dylan, oh, did Dylan freeze? Dylan, oh, I guess Dylan froze. Massey, I'll pivot over. I'm gonna pivot over. Massey, are you conservative or are you mashing the gas on Bossman?
Yeah, man, this is a difficult one because I think the Cowboys are playing it conservative right now. I think he might have been able to come back. They're just playing a little conservative.
Whoa.
They're letting
hot take. I wish I had my little thing right here to hit it with the bomb. Hot take from Mass. You think he could already been back then?
I think so. I think it's one of those injuries where they're just being really conservative, making sure that it's fully okay, he doesn't re-aggravate this. That's what I meant by conservative. His injuries, they want to make sure it's good. But when he's back and they're like, okay, he can play, throw him into the fire. I'm with Spoonie because Brown has been okay. You know, he's he played pretty good today, except that he bit on that double in that double hit move in the end of the game and gave up that big reception. But he's been playing okay. But you see, he's making those mistakes like that, at least 1 or 2 a game. And my thing is like, all right, let Boss Man make those mistakes then, but let him go out there and learn. Let him go out there and play. You know, and because Boss Man has crazy talent.
Yes.
Way more talent than Brown. So let him learn, throw him into the fire like these other rookies have been doing. And I think you saw Brown. That dude has hands made of stone. Like even his interception that he got
interception last week, don't say hands full of stone.
He caught it with his body. His body.
Plays a corner.
But Joseph got some
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So that's why I'm like, you know, we're living off turnovers with the defense. I think you get another cornerback out there that can go get the ball, man.
I mean, I'm just saying though. I mean, you know, our guy Dix is getting turnovers for everybody. I mean, what's the problem? You know, I mean,
he's like, I got a turnover for you. I got a turnover for you. He's Oprah out there, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You get a pick. You know, I'm hitting all the picks. I mean, you know, it is what it is. But again, you know, for me, I want to see. I want to see Kelvin Joseph. I do want to see him. Let's be clear. I do want to see him. But hey, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, it's almost like the reverse, right? Well, Dak, you know, it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't put Romo back in. Well, I mean, look. Actually, let me stop. I lied to myself. I just figured I lied to myself, guys. I'm sorry. This happens. It's alive. It's an instant reaction knee slap. Actually, I lied to myself. I'm going to change that. Because I got to think long term, not short term.
Yep.
Okay, it worked against Sam Darnold, guys.
Yeah.
It worked against Jalen Hurts. Stop. Against elite quarterbacks, it was bad.
Yeah, it didn't work against Brady.
When we get to the playoffs, and when we get to the playoffs, it's not going to be these. No. Look, we might run into the Carolina Panthers again. We might, possibly. I think they have a chance to make the playoffs. I don't think we're going to see the Eagles outside of just divisional play. So we do have to upgrade that position. Let me actually rewind that. So I'll say I'm conservative in the way once he's 100%, let him go play because we do need better play from CB2 if the ultimate goal is to get to like the championship game or whatever. So actually, let me backtrack that. Great question, Don, by the way. Great question. My guy Donnie Tipton said, Spoonie, do we get 40 burgers next week? You know, we got the no longer off the snod Giants.
I gotta save that for Spoonie's Minute next Wednesday. I have something for that.
All right.
Can I say
8 p.m. Central?
I want to say this, that I love that the Giants got the win this week.
Oh,
because you don't have that thing of them trying to get their first win next week and them fighting to get that first win. Mm-hmm. So like I love that they snuck out the win this week. And then
dude, yes.
Yeah.
I said the same thing. I got Lunatics in the middle. What's going on, Lunatic? Says, can you dig it? Mm-hmm. Hey, we can dig it for sure. But no, I'm right there with you. I said that shit a little bit earlier. I was like, I am so happy that they got the win today. So that's not the big thing going into it. Dylan.
Hey, phone started overheating.
That's okay. It happens.
I'm in this closet just like you are, Massey.
Real quick. Hey, real quick.
It's getting hot here.
Our guy Dom had the great question. We already talked about it. I want to dip it back to you. Real quick, your take. How would you handle the return of Kelvin Joseph, aka Bossman Fat? Are you throwing him in the fire? Or are you giving it a conservative approach?
Throwing him into the fire, pushing him in the deep end. Let him go out with the wolves, come back wearing the fur coat, all that.
Oh,
he said, fur coat
and all that. Whoa.
Yeah, he was my fourth highest corner in the draft. I was J.C. Horn, Asante Samuel, Patrick Surtain, and then Kelvin Joseph. I was a big Kelvin Joseph fan. He's not going to start over Anthony Brown now.
I don't want to cry over spilt milk here, guys. I'm just saying, if we would say Parsons and Sante Samuel, though, how would we look? But I neither. Water underneath the bridge. Let's just find a way to get Bossman on the field, though.
Yeah.
Let's find a way to get Bossman on the field. Pivot a little bit. Man, the Cowboys, over 200 yards rushing today. Obviously now Dak didn't hit the 80% completion percentage, but 14 to 22, and of those 14, 4 touchdowns. And I was just kind of thinking, the last 3. Look, we'll go all the way to the 58 pass game against the Bucks. 4 games in. When's the last time you seen a quarterback so efficient? Super. Let's just duper efficient. Where there's a volume of throws, a limited amount of throws, and just making those throws count, even whenever your tight end is a little loosey-goosey. Massey.
Yeah, so this is high praise, and he got this praise all week long. But I'm going to tell you, I think it was 2018, Drew Brees,
That's exactly
where he was insanely efficient. He wasn't putting up gaudy passing numbers or anything like that, but he was just insanely efficient. And then he got hurt at the end of the year, and that's when his career kind of fell off. But like that first part of the year, that first it was like 12 to 13 games of that year for the Saints. Right. This is similar. How Dak is playing right now, where he's not putting up this insane, besides week 1, he's not putting up these insane numbers, but he's just efficiently managing this game and efficiently controlling the game through the offense. It's been incredible.
Yeah, the efficiency wise, I'm just mind-boggling even, if you will. Spoony, speaking to the efficiency of Dak Prescott so far.
Oh, listen. Last week, I don't know who, I forgot who said it, but they was comparing him to Peyton Manning, in the way he's been playing. And you can see some of the things that we all know Peyton would do, like try to draw you off sides, knowing when the clock is getting down to the limit. It's the little things that you got to have, like the quarterback smarts, to try to get that extra inch. And we seen Dak do that. He's not doing for a lot of yards, but like I said, he's very accurate. He's on point. He's really guiding these guys where to be at all time. He's controlling everything. And listen, you got to feel good as a Cowboy fan. And I'm sorry for the ones who was doubting Dak early. Maybe you have learned something already. If you didn't have, go back and watch from games 1 through 4, and you see the difference. But he's on a different level right now. He, in my opinion, is in that elite level. It's not always about yards. It's not always about that. It's about being efficient, about not making the mistakes. It's about the little things you do to have your team be successful. And he is doing that, since week 1 into present, and it is translating to wins. And you can't get wrong with that.
Yeah, big facts. Real quick, I want to run on the late game scores. Guys, any of y'all want to jump in as I tilt these scores? Feel free. Okay. Seahawks at Niners, 4th quarter. Seahawks up 28-13. Cardinals at Rams, 3rd quarter, almost the 4th, 35 seconds left. Cardinals up 34-13.
That's surprising me. That's surprising, man.
Yeah.
Cardinals look good, man.
Real quick, let's go to the Rams. And I told everybody, next you're tripping. Like the first 3 weeks, oh no, Stafford. I was like, all right, fam, just wait. It'll happen. Stafford, 16-27, 175, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Sorry, Stafford's who he is, but neither here nor there. Steelers at Packers. All right. And Pittsburgh was up at one point, I think 10-0. 27-10 Packers. Almost into the 4th quarter.
That's Aaron Rodgers for you. Go down by 10.
About 3 minutes left. Ravens Broncos, which Broncos key with their defense and what's happening. We got to put the Broncos down the line. We are about 4 minutes left, a tick over 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Ravens are up just 17-7. All the scoring was done in the 2nd quarter, though. So,
to add to that, BJ,
go right
Teddy Bridgewater's been knocked out the game too.
Okay, boom.
So Yeah, concussion.
Yeah, Drew. Teddy B was 7-16, 65 yards on the touchdown. Drew Lock so far is 5-9, for 38 yards. So that's kind of where that is right now. Seahawks and Niners, somewhat surprising for me because Seahawks defense is not very good. But I mean, again, Jimmy G, ladies and gentlemen.
Jimmy G is on the bench.
Yeah.
Well, so far, from what I'm looking at, Trey Lance is 1 for 4, 76 yards on the touchdown. So 1 bomb for a touchdown and nothing after that. So there's that. Jimmy G was 14-23, 165, a touchdown and a pick. So
I think he got hurt at halftime. So
yeah, I mean, man, the West is weird. They're all playing each other. They've all kind of showed different things or whatever. I am with you, Mass. I thought the Cardinals could win this game. I didn't think it would be in this fashion. And I think the biggest thing is, and I've said this before, the Rams offense really goes through their slot. And the slot is Cooper Kupp. Bro.
So good.
5 touchdowns, man.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp's got 4 for 56 currently. So there's that. Interesting stuff that's happening right now. Oh, Ron Carter with the dagger. Ooh. Jimmy G, Carson Wentz on the West Coast.
So I'm just saying that the 49ers, one of the big miscues was a muff punt that was actually fumbled twice. So he muffed it, picked it up, took a couple steps, and the guy hit him and he fumbled it again. So he fumbled twice in one play.
You know, them inches you need are always around you.
I don't know if it'll count for two fumbles in one.
Right,
play,
I mean, it should.
But it was. Yeah, it was.
I like this from here from our guy Robert. Robert says this is a game Seattle has to win to stay competitive, right? Because I mean, it's kind of the thing where whoever wins this game between those two teams, trajectory maybe a little bit still early.
Yeah, if Seattle started off 1-3 in that division, that's going to be hard to come back.
Super tough.
The whole division is a bloodbath.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, how many's coming out there? Y'all think 2 or 3 teams? We got 7 teams coming out. 2 or 3? What do you think?
I think 3.
You think 3?
I think 3 with the extra playoff spot.
Sponey?
3.
Do we have at the East?
Yeah, no, out of the West. The Cardinals, Niners, Rams, Seattle.
I'm gonna say. Let me see. You got the Rams. You got
because whoever wins our division. That's I mean, hold on, wait. Let me get that right. The Cowboys are the only team coming out of the East.
Whoever,
clear.
Yeah,
The Cowboys, and then it's whatever. The North, super ugly. I think the Packers. So that's 2.
Yeah, it's just gonna be the Packers.
Panthers. So 2 there. Panthers and Bucks. That's the 4, and then you get your 3 out of the West.
Yeah,
that's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, the Rams, in my opinion, was the best team in that division, and then
they're getting dusted. And they're getting
dusted.
By the team that we got to face, the Cardinals.
Spoonie, didn't you say that was going to be for the 1 seed?
Yes, yes, Spoon. Run it back because you damn sure did say that.
Yeah. I believe when the Cowboys see the Cardinals late in the year, it's going to be for home field, in my opinion.
Nix, do you have Kyler Murray stats up right now?
Yeah, I can do them. I real quick, Massey. Let me, as my guy Dylan just brought it back up. We did our roster, our schedule breakdown. We're going through and everything. Spoonie literally said, "Cardinals versus Cowboys will be for the number 1 seed." Mm-hmm. Very prophetic here early on.
He's got a point, man, and I think that might be a legit conversation just because you look at our schedule,
right?
We can go on a run right now.
Yes,
and that Cardinals
we better go on a run.
It's going to be huge. It's good that that's a home game.
Yes,
because they're going to be a tough one.
Dylan Kyler Murray right now is 24-32, 268, 2 touchdowns passing, no picks. He also has 5 carries for 42 yards, so he's actually their leading rusher as well. Chase Edmonds is 6 for 37. James Conner is 14 for 36 and 2 touchdowns.
They're off to a hell of a start. Kyler Murray is definitely probably the MVP favorite if he wins this game.
Oh, I like this. Hey, my guy Church says we're not losing anymore. I like it. My guy Aaron says Spoonie Stradamus.
Oh,
Spoonie Stradamus.
It's a little wild though, Dylan, because you say that, but
hey,
they almost lost to Jacksonville last week, man.
They almost lost to the Vikings as well.
Yeah.
My guy Joseph Colin, aka Mr. 151, aka Mr. Puerto Rico's finest, says the Cowboys not making the playoffs.
What?
I don't know why you follow Cowboy. You're not even a Cowboys fan anymore. You kind of pay attention. But yeah, I mean, he kind of pays attention to Cowboys influencers because his kids follow him. He doesn't care about the Cowboys since 18 or whatever. I don't know. But bro, like, you got to get off the gas around here. Yeah, that part. As Trent said, Cowboys and Cardinals is going to be a shootout. Let's pivot a little bit though. Look, actually, before we pivot, let me spin the table real quick. Last thoughts. Put a bow on it, if you will. Cowboys, Panthers, 36-28. Young Dylan, what do you think, man? What's your last thoughts about this game here?
I think we put the league on notice. We can come out whenever we want and score it on whoever we want. And we're about to get healthy. A couple more weeks, we got the bye. We're going to be getting some of our Pro Bowl, All-Pro players back, and it's about to get scary for y'all.
All right, Mass, put a bow on this game for me.
It was not as close as the scoreboard indicates. This was a blowout, and we played prevent defense the fourth quarter, let them get some garbage time, real, true garbage time touchdowns.
True garbage time. Tell them, man.
And made it way closer than it really was. This was not a one score game. Sorry, but it wasn't.
Spoony.
The Cowboys vaccine was given out today, and I took it. The vaccine is for you to get out the Jason Garrett era. So I employ everybody to take this Cowboy vaccine and enjoy what we're seeing right now. This team is for real. If you want to stay stuck in the Garrett era, don't take the vaccine. Fine. I took the vaccine. DJ took it.
That's McCarthy. The McCarthy shot.
The McCarthy shot is very good. I'm healthy. I'm straight with it. On to the Giants.
So that's the treatment for the post-traumatic Garrett disorder?
You got to get the McCarthy vaccine. Get the vaccine. That's what we got to do. We got that McCarthy vaccine. That's what we got to do, man. That's what we got to do. As my guy. Oh yeah. We gotta get. I mean, it is what it is. Hey, my guy Michael said I took it. Hold on, he got the stay, he got the jab. My guy said, yeah, we gotta take it, man. I'm still nervous at times. I ain't gonna lie, I'm still nervous about it. I think for me the big thing about today is this. I try not to get too far ahead. I try to separate myself. From how I used to be before doing this look.
It's hard.
It is. And I'm into my third year doing it. Here's my thing. The Cowboys showed that they are similar. I'm not saying that they're better. I'm telling you that they are very similar in a spontaneous amount of time of putting up points, and you should be scared of them like the Chiefs are. They proved it. They proved it.
Better defense than
whoa, Dylan, don't get ahead of me now, Dylan. Dylan, don't get ahead of me now. I'm with you, Dylan. Don't get ahead of me. What I'm saying is, in a moment's notice, in more than one way, and here's the scary part to me, or should be for everybody else. The Chiefs will get on you quick because of throwing the rock. The Cowboys will get up on you quick and throw tons of points on you throwing it or running it.
Mm-hmm.
There was this great philosopher that I followed in the 90s by the name of Tupac Shakur. And he had a particular haiku, if you will, called "How Do You Want It?" And this kind of how the Cowboys offense is. And we would talk about Kellen Moore and we talk about Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott and everything. And look, and think about this, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Gallup hasn't been here since week 1. Okay. We missed Zach Martin week 1. Leo Collins hasn't been back since. Tyler Badaz has not really been very good. I can just kind of divulge that offensively of what's been happening. And they're just kind of like, how do you want it? The second line of my guy from Tupac Shakur from the night was how do you want it? Well, and then of course the philosopher helpers were Casey and JoJo, and they sung how do you want it? And the second line of that was how do you feel? And that's just kind of how the Cowboys give it to you. How do you want it? How do you feel? We'll kind of give it to you either way. You want to run, and that's one thing that Kansas City can't do. They can go quick. They can explode. Right. They can explode. We saw it week 1 against Cleveland. 3 touchdowns in like 3 minutes and like 38 seconds or whatever. It was a terrible punt, block punt, whatever, pass, blah, blah, blah. Cowboys can do it either way. And then as my guy Dylan said, here's the difference. Tell the people in the back, Dylan. What's the difference, though?
We got a better defense than they do.
Brother. Wait. You said it too low.
Okay, my bad.
Turn it up a little bit.
We have a better defense than the Kansas City Chiefs.
Let's go. That's not even hyperbole. That's not hyperbole. That's not being a homer. It's factual because we're missing not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. Well, maybe 7. We're missing 7 guys that should be in the mix. And we're consistently doing the things that we are doing currently. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man, I think for me, the bow on this is from years past, if you miss a starting defensive end, a starting safety, and a starting defensive tackle on top of a starting right tackle, there was no way we would win. Pick a year, pick a team. And that's not the case here now. And again, as we move through this season, knock on wood, and we don't suffer any more things, we're only going to get better as the year goes along. We dropped 20. It should have been 21, but we dropped 20 in the third quarter. Okay, bet. Second half, well, let's drop 20, and we're gone. And we're 8 peace. Peace, see you later, and we're out. So, now those kind of things super, super excite me, guys. And the indifference of the culture change that we heard from Dak at his press conference. The one thing that I'll hang on the hat of Mike McCarthy as people talk about it, as Spoo just said, the cure to post-traumatic Garrett syndrome, you got to get the vaccine. You got to get the McCarthy vaccine.
Yep.
Get the jab. And don't worry about the other shoe, because we're always the Cowboys. They should worry about the other shoe falling. We don't have to worry about that no more. We don't. I look. I was worried about somewhat last week, and then I was even worried maybe even a little bit more this week. I'm not really worried about it no more. Clock management, as my guy Dylan talked about earlier. Okay.
He's shaky, but
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but a lot of coaches are.
Yeah, special teams. I've been big on special teams being bad. Okay, I'll give a tip of the Cowboys special. I'm going for 2. Do we want to? Do we foul going for 2 times not getting under special teams or no? I don't.
No.
Yeah.
The first one was good. They got the penalty that brought it up 1 yard.
And you go for it in that situation.
Yeah,
1 yard.
Agree,
you have a good offense, good quarterback. Go for it. I don't blame him.
Mm-hmm. Second one should have been there, but our guy was having some problems.
It looked like a broken play.
Oh, see, here we go. We're doing this in spite of the head coach.
I don't agree.
I don't agree either.
And he said it's the first time he's ever seen that. It's not definitely not the first time. We saw Romo doing it.
Romo did it for years.
Oh yeah. Facts.
No,
facts.
To speak to what Dylan said about this defense, remember this defense is better than KC right now, and we don't even have arguably our best defensive player.
Speak on
And I know, Nix. I know you're not 100% on how he's going to come back or if he's going to come back. But if
I'm
he
scared
does,
about it. I am scared about it.
Like
But
that's
if he comes
arguably our
back,
best defensive player, and adding it to what we're already doing, man. Like what Gregory did, you put
Wait.
on the other side.
Hold on. Let's stop. Hold on. Let me pause you there. Because I do agree with you about him being the best guy. I do agree. We kind of saw it today, though, guys. And look, this is a conversation that's going to be evolving. What we have to talk about: Spoonie, Dylan, Mass. Now,
I know what
Parsons has to grow into the mic, but the impact from him, and we saw it in the second half, was at edge of coming forward. Once that guy that you're talking about, Mass, and that we both love when it comes into DeMarcus Lawrence, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. He's going back. I look, man. I don't. And again, we're getting a snapshot, right? Because we saw D-Law week 1 and what happened, and we couldn't get no pressure. And since then, we've seen. We've watched Joseph Parsons injected into that front and how it's been. Do y'all want D-Law back?
Hell yeah. D-Law got 5 pressures in week 1.
Okay.
All right.
Did it when you watch the game multiple times? Did it feel like he got 5 pressures?
No, because of how quickly Tom Brady gets the ball out of his hands. Right. I don't think Parsons was going to be doing that great against that offensive line and Tom Brady with how quickly he gets out. Now, if D-Law is playing against these guys, I think you're going to see a lot bigger impact. So you bring D-Law back, you bring Randy Gregory back, and then you mix in Parsons with his running ability, moving him inside. If you get Parsons taking a double team, you got D-Law on a one-on-one, please. That's all game long. D-Law is getting sacks.
Randy
I'm telling
Gregory
you, man.
was giving them hell all game. And to have Randy Gregory and DeMarcus Lawrence coming from both sides, and you now have Osa emerging in the middle, pushing that pressure, you're going to open it up for both of those defensive ends. That's going to be scary, and I'm so excited for that.
What has D-Law not had the last 4 or 5 years? It's somebody else rushing the passer. So he's getting double teamed constantly, but he's still getting pressures. And he's not getting the sacks because the quarterback is allowed to escape out of the other side because there's nobody there pressuring the quarterback. So they got that room to move. Now you ain't going to have that. So D-Law's, I'm telling you, when D-Law, hopefully, if he's healthy, D-Law is going to put some hurting on some quarterbacks. I'm telling you right now. Chauncey
Golston was giving him a lot of problems. And DeMarcus Lawrence is like a better version of Chauncey Golston. To have, it's definitely a big upgrade. I think you have to kind of look at it like you want your best 5 offensive linemen, get your best 11 defensive players. However you got to do it, maneuver it around, put them on there somehow.
Hey, Sean, you got bang my line when I get out of here. Yeah, way too much conversation for us to have that talk right now. Long-time Cowboys fan. We have been through the tribulations together. He's in my area. But Sean Smith, my guy Sean Wan, hey, we'll bang the line. I'll help you see the light, my brother.
That ain't
for
it.
Sure. I know it's not. But we'll bang my line, Sean. We'll talk about it here in a little bit. Yeah, man. I mean, I want D-Law back in the mix. Here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want to see Parsons be regulated to just middle linebacker, do whatever. Because we saw middle linebacker first half, then we saw the influx, right, Spoonie, in the second half. And we saw things change. What do you think, Spoon?
You know, when D-Lo went down, I came out and said, this could be a blessing and a curse. I says, everybody knows that, and it's been talked about during the offseason that D-Law could be on his way out with the option next offseason, right?
Yeah, right.
And I said a good thing, not that I'm happy about him being injured, but the good thing that you can see now is his replacements, what they have in mind. You get to see him early to feel comfortable to let it happen rather than him walking and you don't know what you have. So I'm going to say this. D-Lo's been out. I want him to get healthy. I want him to be part of this defense when healthy, but I'm not going to rush him back at all. If anything, I'm going to continue to let these guys progress because a guy like Golston, I mean, we talked about during training camp, and it was said that he's the one guy that can miss practice and not miss a beat. And again, he came in last week, Monday Night Football, already made a small little impact, and we see him today. So in this case going forward, if Golston is doing his job and he's X, Y, and Z, D-Law is going to have to fit what they throw in, not the other way around no more. And that's what I want. You keep the man who's hot. You don't cool him down. You keep him who's hot. And that's just the way it has to be.
I just want to say there's a comment by Paul Sangster. If you can put that up.
Yeah, I got it right here.
This right here, you get Randy Gregory on one side, you get Tank Lawrence on the other side, and you have Parsons in the gaps. That's what's scaring the offense. That's where he's getting a ton of pressure. It's coming up the middle, and those guys are having to double team him because he's beating those slow guards and centers off so quickly. He's beating them with his speed, and they can't keep up with him. So you get that, and then you get Tank and Gregory in one-on-one situations. Dude, quarterback's gonna be running scared, man.
Yeah. LVE. Oh, since people on the track, Joseph, brother, like Loki, you just got to move around, man.
Yeah, we got to get him. Stop giving him attention.
Yeah. Like it's a wrap for that guy. Like, I appreciate you. I know we talking time for time, but I don't know. Like, you can't come in with this shit. Like, if you're supporting like bloggers and different things like that, like this kind of talk is dumb after a game like this. So let's pivot over to the Giants now. We're gonna put this to bed a little bit. You know, the Giants got their first win. Me and Mance both have kind of already spoke about. Glad they're off the snide. Good for them. That's great. They got to come into our house to get the overtime against the Saints in New Orleans. Get their first win. They're 1-3. Daniel Jones 28 of 40 for 402, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Saquon 13 carries, 52 yards and a touchdown. Kenny Golladay finally earned his check today. 6 catches for 116 yards. John Ross, though, by the way, sneakily, because it was funny. I was watching on Twitter. He got activated this week. And I saw a lot of people say, well, why did he get activated? Ha, 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 ki. Well, my guy got 3 catches, 77 yards and a touchdown and a big bomb early in the first half. So he has over-the-top speed. Let's be clear there about him. Saquon was also big in the pass game. 5 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown. So Giants are coming in. We know they are very talented, offensively outside of the quarterback position. Their offensive line, okay, it is what it is. Guys, way too early thoughts on a Sunday after a dub about the Giants leading up. Dylan, what you got about the Giants coming into next week?
I know we're supposed to respect our opponents and all, but
Dylan? Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Let me turn my hat backwards. Hold on, Dylan. All right, Dylan. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know we're supposed to respect our opponents and all, but I'm seeing Jason Garrett on the other sideline. I'm thinking a lot of stop routes. I'm thinking not very much pre-snap motion. And I'm thinking it doesn't matter how much talent they have because they're going to try to go out and do what they do, not necessarily play against our weaknesses. They're going to try to play their game, and that's going to play right in our hands. Our defensive line is going to beat their offensive line. Our corners are better than their wide receivers. Trayvon Diggs is going to erase whoever he lines up against. And, I feel like we're going to give them hell, and obviously on the defensive side, they ain't going to be able to do a thing against us.
Who you putting Diggs on?
Sterling Shepard.
Okay. All right. Mass? John's early take?
Dylan's spot on with it. If Sterling Shepard plays, since he didn't play today, but so if otherwise, Galladay. But look, this team's not good. This team's trash. The Giants are trash, and
the offensive line helps so bad. They picked up.
It should be a blowout.
Yeah, who they pick up?
It will be a blowout.
Yeah. Isaac Wilson, who got cut, went down there doing rap videos. They got him picked up. So,
it should be a blowout. It should be a blowout. Like I'm gonna go this week. I'm gonna watch film. It's gonna be hard to watch the film on the Giants this year. But watching Saquon out of the backfield, If they get Saquon on Jalen Smith or LVE, they might be able to make some big plays here and there. We just got to watch some. Make sure you watch him coming out of the backfield. Other than that, he's not the greatest runner. Like he takes huge losses because they don't got an offensive line, and he tries to make the big play on every single play.
Right.
So they don't scare me. Now we got to be focused because this is the NFL, and any given Sunday, we can't come out here just thinking that. But like, honestly, right now, they don't scare me.
Spoonie? No, I know. We got Wednesday's show. You got to get your Spoonie's minute on here.
Yeah,
your first thoughts.
My first thoughts. This is a trap game, in my opinion. No.
Okay. See, I picked this game as a trap game. You think this is more of a trap game? I get it.
Yeah, I picked it because I think the Giants are better than what their record is, in my opinion. It's just it's the wrong people who's behind the coaching staff, how they calling the plays, utilizing their talent, in my opinion. I think, listen, the New Orleans Saints defense is not a bad defense at all.
True.
Daniel Jones is not a bad quarterback. Barkley is it's how these guys are being utilized, and their roster is not bad. I mean, there was this expert saying that the Giants should have been second place to the Cowboys being first place, or vice versa throughout the whole offseason. Just bad results, and this is the type of game that they want to come into, in Texas Stadium, and just basically try to get back in the NFC East race. I think the Giants are better than the Eagles, in my opinion. I think they can still score points. Offensively, they have the guys. Defensively, they're not a bad defense as well either. It's pretty solid. So, I'm just gonna say that this is another game that I really want to see it not play to their level, but don't take this game so lightly as well either. You go out there, you do your job, execute, and do what you got to do. They do have a weakness on the offensive line, but again, they do have some skilled players and some speed from the skilled players at the wide receiver position too.
Yeah, and my biggest thing about this week was, for me anyways, was I just, man, Dak, as much as I love Dak and I thought where he was, man, there's just such another level that he's kind of gotten to. Mm-hmm. And I just think, when we talk about culture changing, different things like that, I just don't think that, Dak's going to let the team really be down. And look, until it happens, that's where I'm at currently. If it happens, then I'll react to it. We'll talk about it. We'll go from there. Currently forward, I think Dak is. I had somebody comment about. I met Eric Kush earlier. That maybe the injury was the best thing for Dak ever. He might be onto something. He might be, because this laser focused Dak and everything, I don't think is going to allow people. And sometimes something gets taken away from you, and you feel different, and things happen. And it happened for him, and he moved in the right ways, and things happened. So I don't think that's going to allow them to feel down. I do agree about this. I think the number one thing that teams are going to try to do to beat us moving forward, with a suspect quarterback, I should say, is run the ball. I believe that. It happened today. And not that Sam Darnold's a suspect quarterback. It's just the way that their team's built. When I look at the Giants, there's weapons, sure. But I like Saquon more than I like Danny Dimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, look. If I'm Jason Garrett, I like Saquon more than Danny Dimes. Injuries be damned. So I think it's kind of those kind of things about it. So I think it goes back to the run defense for the Cowboys. Make them one-dimensional. Allow Dak in this offense to get up by hook or by crook, whether that means run, passing, whatever. And then you move forward. So yeah, I don't anticipate the Cowboys having really a hard time. It could be like today. It could be a little tight, and then boom, the switch gets flipped, and then they move on. But if you go to sleep, again, this is another team like the Panthers. If you go to sleep, you get punched, right? Yeah. The Cowboys, I don't think they completely on the mass. I know you said you thought the defense was a little sleepwalking first half. I don't think it was that. I just think it was a good game plan. and we had to adjust. I don't think they completely went to sleep. I think it's just okay. We got to figure. They were kind of just. I got to figure it out, and then mash. So we'll see what happens there for sure. No ifs or buts about it. And then we'll go from there. So with that being said, guys, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Real quick, everybody. Well, Dylan, you got to figure out when you come to StreamYard to put your @Twitter sign.
Oh yeah, I was doing it. Same thing.
Yeah.
My middle name's 88.
That part. So all of us you can follow @YourGuyNix _ @Swinny81 @JA Massey. And he had a nice, interesting, call out on Twitter. I would say grapefruit wise. If y'all don't, I'm sorry.
Oh man. That she was trying to get me murdered, bro.
She was. I don't. She must saw you in Texas Live and that glorious beard.
Man, she trying to get me murdered. I had to hit that block like right
ASAP.
away.
Yeah, no ifs or buts about it. Hey, Dylan, your Twitter's out there, man. Tell them where you can find you.
Yeah, follow me @Dylan88Wilson. We're gonna be posting a lot of memes this week.
Yeah. Oh, I already said it. I said it at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Cowboys Nation is going to be unbearable this week. But
Obnoxious.
you know what? I'm here for it.
I'm ready for the Giants. I'm already.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. Every Wednesday night, you catch me, Spoonie, our guy Matt Owen, who just joined Cowboys Wire, aka via the USA. Tinge Mike Crum in the building. Was a Sar Conscious in the building as well. Ryder Extraordinaire, there's good stuff over there. Our girl Mary Ella as well. Every Wednesday at 8:00, we do anything impromptu because you hit the sub, hit the notification bell, and you'll find out when we do everything. I know Massey's on the 4D podcast. Go ahead and get your plug on, sir.
Yeah, you can find me with Dan Rupert on the 4D podcast. You can find me on Twitter at the JA Massey. It's right there on the screen. Also, I write some articles for the Star Boys Network. Star Boys Network
in the building.
Star Boys Network. And then also ProFootballMania.com. Write some Cowboys articles from there. And then also Star Boys Network. You can get your gear at 88 Stitches.
Yeah.
Make sure you check that out.
Big facts. And also, shout out to Dan. Giving away the daughter today.
Oh yeah, his daughter got married.
Yeah, shout out to Dan. I'm not ready for that. My daughter's 23. I want to talk and take some tips from Dan on how he handled it today out there for sure. But yeah, no difference about it. Make sure you follow us. Come through. We appreciate our Cowboys Nation. Are we 1, 2? Oh, wait, is that? Wait, 3.
No, you good. You was right.
Oh, it's the other way? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we're 3-1. Yeah, we're 3-1. I mean, let me do the digs. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
He's gonna be counting on his toes by the end of the season.
On his Everson Wall. I mean, he's in his Everson Walls bag right now.
What's the Cowboys record for picks? Is it 14?
No, for interceptions?
12, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it 12?
At 12, right?
I know Everson Walls has
no.
that.
NFL is 14.
No, I'm talking about Walls. No, yeah. I'm talking for the Cowboys.
Forget the Cowboys. What's the NFL?
Oh, NFL.
That's what we want.
Yeah, NFL
that's what Dick's going for.
We didn't set our sights higher. My bad.
That's what Dick's going for.
Yeah, it's 14. It's tied between Dick Nitre Lane and some other person. It was, I think, 1940 something. But they go tied with 14. So he's on pace. He has 5. So if he's on pace.
He's on pace for over 17. But
yeah,
it's crazy that you'll see elite corners go like 7 games without getting a pick, and he's got 5 in 4 games. Like that's insane.
Well, they don't believe in him yet though.
Now
when they start believing in him, he ain't gonna get them looks no more.
Yeah, they're gonna start looking more toward Anthony Brown.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, you know. So I mean, I hope they keep throwing at him. You know what I mean? I mean, go for it. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, real quick, I mean that puts us. We were +5 before this game. We didn't turn the ball over, although, man, Dalton Schultz really tried to a couple of times, and we ended up with 2. So we're +7. We're right on track, guys. I said +8 or better turnover margin. We're a problem.
We're
already a problem. We're not even a +8 yet.
So I looked it up. So Mel Renfro in 1969 had 10 for the Cowboys.
Right.
And Everson Walls in 1981 had 11. 11's the
it's
record.
12. Oh, it's 11. Okay. I thought it was 12.
He might get it. He might get it.
He might beat it by halfway through the season, man. I'm saying.
Look, he should start doing this. Every time he gets one, just do this. Keep feeding me them pigs. Keep feeding me these pigs. Hey, what time are you going to catch the 4D podcast, Mass?
I'm sorry, what was that?
So what day can they catch the 4D podcast?
It'll be out Thursday this week.
Thursday this week. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan, I know actually Dylan, what you didn't plug, because I've been noticing here lately. Well, you on that look, for the younger generation. I'm old, I don't do it. But you on that TikTok though. I actually went and watched your TikTok.
I'm on that TikTok.
I appreciated your time. I went and watched. Okay, I see you, young Dylan. Man, give your TikTok out, man.
Yeah, man, I'm not pop locking dropping it yet, but I do got some Cowboys content on there. Come follow. It's same thing at Dylan88 Wilson, and I think y'all will actually like it. I kind of,
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll be honest with you because you and the wifey with the Myers. I don't know. I would have had my eyes. I'm like, oh my God, you're back and forth. I'm like, I need to leave this conversation. Hey, good. Hey, look, this is the content y'all missing. Y'all follow us on Twitter, though.
Yep.
Be clear, especially this month. Spoonie.
Yes, sir.
I think, look, I have to go back to your Spoonie's Minute. You might be 3 for, look, you missed week 1. But your last 3 weeks, you might be 3 for 3 on Spoonie's Minute every Wednesday at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't want to spoil it for Wednesday because I do have something for that. But I will say I'm on the roll. Yes, we should have had 40 today. We didn't, Mike McCarthy. But we was close.
Yeah, no invincible about
next week.
Yeah, that part. I mean, y'all sit across the bottom, man. Start Game Podcast, man. By all means, come through, hit that sub, everything like we talked about earlier. Follow these guys. They all deliver great content. Twitter as well. And hey man, go Cowboys. I don't really know what's else left to say, man. 3-1, first in the division. Giants on the table next. I don't know. Wait. Just let's go ahead and eat the Giants up. It's fine. Daniel Downs will give us a couple. You know what it is. We appreciate you as always for rocking with us. We'll see y'all next Wednesday.